And so tryouts are coming up. You are in a month-long tryout, really, or even a month and a half long tryout. For you, how do you, when the eyes are on you, you got the whole organization looking at you, you got Girardi right there on a daily basis. How do you stay within yourself? How do you stay in your lane and just do your thing and try to get the most out of you when you have the potential pressure of these eyeballs on you, dictating your future, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, so like, what do we have? We had our game. So after week 1, no, after like a week and a half, we started getting into live at bats, and during those lives, we have everyone standing behind us, whether it's pitching coach, Girardi, then behind the backstop, we had our new president of baseball operations, our new GM, like all the front office people. I mean, everyone's around, and there's no fans, so you really know who's around. And so my 2 live bullpens that I threw, or live outings, really good, really well. They went, awesome. And I think part of it was when I was on the mound and kind of talked to my catcher before we went out to the field to start our session. I told him, I'm not here. We're not going to mess around with anything. We're going to attack, inside, and it's going to be game-like. We're not here to kind of thumb this, thumb that, try something new. We're attacking them as if it's mid-season form. And I kind of felt and took that same energy and focus on the mound to where even after, our pitching coach came up to me and told me, like, I wish I had something to tell you, but I don't. And he's all like, it was just that good, and you just look game ready. And so I took that to where I had that same intensity, same focus, same not even adrenaline, but just same kind of game plan of attack as if it was mid-season, and with no fans, no opponent, no scoreboard, nothing. I kind of brought that I kind of how do you say it? Channeled that inner, like, that energy at the start of my bullpen and took that out to the mound. And the biggest one was trust. My changeup, I know it's really good, and I spent pretty much all off season and last year kind of working on it to where the minute I started throwing it on my first live, no one touched. I threw like 9 of them and got all swings and misses, which before it was never a swing and miss pitch, but the work and the focus and the kind of attention and detail I put on that pitch, it's evolved it to where it's now one of my best swing and miss pitches. And I mean, right after that, I had GM, president of baseball operations, all the coordinators coming up and telling me like how great of a pitch that was and how like nasty it was and that. So it was just trying to channel that, all those emotions and all that energy, and take that out to something that meant nothing other than getting work in. So that way I can try and get myself up to where I need to be. And again, going back to what we're talking about, trusting your stuff and developing it.
Yeah. And what I hear you saying is, you're not outright saying it, but what I'm hearing is the preparation that went in long prior to that moment, that opportunity in front of all the bigwigs, that gave you the confidence to go out and perform the way you performed, right? You can't just like haphazardly put that kind of performance together. But then also, talk to me quickly about, you talked to your catcher right before and said, hey, here's the game plan. How quickly did all of the people, the noise in the background, kind of just like fall away, and that focus of your game plan, and your catcher take center stage, to where at some point, I'm guessing you totally forgot who was around you, and it was just you and your game plan and your catcher going to work?
Yeah, I mean, it was the minute I got out there, I threw my warm pitches, whatever, but the minute, the hitter stepped in, and, I kind of, gathered myself, got on the mound, looked up, it was just me and the catcher, that tunnel vision right there. And to even where my roommate now, but he was watching me, and he was, behind the home plate with everyone else. He's all like, the minute I saw you throw that first pitch, I was like, oh, he's locked in. It's going to be a good day. He's all, you just had that, look on you. And so it was just, again, having that plan of attack, knowing exactly what I'm going to do out there, and even having the understanding to adjust on the fly or whatever it may be. But having that plan of attack and kind of knowing what I want to do, knowing my strengths, and even if something gets put down it's not just going with the flow. It's going back to, you know, the game plan, sticking with it and what I'm comfortable with. And I think that was, I mean, it was huge, and that helped me, you know, stay locked in.
That's awesome. And when we're talking about who you're throwing to, these aren't just Joe Schmo guys. These are some of the best hitters in the world. How do you not get caught up in the comparisons of not only other pitchers, but like who's stepping into the box? How do you keep that focus and staying in your lane?
Well, I guess one of the biggest things is, I mean, again, going back to trusting my stuff and, you know, attacking and not, I think one of the big things, well, aside from that, but a big thing for me is that I don't care who it is. Like if I hit you and you're stepping in there for a live at bat, it's my teammate, I hit you. That's just the aggressive approach I want to take. Obviously I'm not going to, and that's not the plan, but you know, I just want to have that same plan of attack. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be Bryce Harper, one of our lower, you know, younger Latin kids, whatever it is. It's that same plan of attack, but then it's also taking the approach of, I don't care who you are, like you're not going to touch this pitch. This pitch is better than what you're capable of hitting, whatever it is. Like it's having that kind of confidence. And then, I mean, just, I guess putting it all together. I think it's just the aggressive plan of attack that I have that doesn't allow me to see the hitter as the person they are,